All right. Good morning, Region 4. I hope everyone was able to enjoy the officially feels like summer. Enjoy the weekends, get outdoors. Sounds like the governor is either passing or going to be passing the safer at home and safer outdoors order, which is encouraging us all to get outside, breathe some fresh air. You can social distance easily. You're not in the same space with same air circulating. So good opportunity to exercise. And again, I can't reemphasize how important it is to eat healthy and exercise. I think if your immune system is up, even if coronavirus passes your path, the stronger you are, the healthier you are, the easier it is going to be to fight it off. So continue to find time to do that. I can tell you, even for myself, working from home, it seems that now that I'm no longer commuting, I seem to just add those to my my clock as far as my working hours. And I'm still having to find that time to carve out to work out. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. So make sure you guys are all finding time for you in these uncertain times. And you know, workouts have so many benefits. And I think the number one benefit, at least for myself, is the mental side. I think it really does, you know, these are stressful times, maybe, you know, never getting a break from home life. I know that was my case, you know, and you might need a break from your spouses or your children. Go for a walk, get some fresh air. It does make a difference. So with that said, there is a new cyber training out there due June 30th. I think it's a good time for all of us to freshen up on our cyber training, and does give you some awareness on the use of your computer. All of us now have, not all of us, a lot of us have our laptops at home. And it's just a good reminder of what we should and shouldn't be using our CDOT work computers for. I'm going to hit on some of the new hires. I think Jared's going to pull that up, as well as talk about the service awards. For a lot of us, you know, we've reached milestones in our career here at CDOT, whether it's 5-year, 10-year, all the way up to 30 and 35-year. For some of us, myself included, you know, I reached my 5-year almost 1 year ago. I just received an email, seems like a month ago, to order my service gift. And then I have recently just received it. So Beth is currently in the office compiling a lot of service awards. We changed our vendor. And so if you guys didn't, you know, if you've received an anniversary in the last year, you are now just getting those service awards. So don't worry, we didn't forget about you, but because of the vendor change, that is the reason for the delay. Additionally, we only order them quarterly. So I would love to, I've talked to Beth to see if we can try to improve that process with headquarters, but that is not something directed through the region. But just know that, you know, these milestones are big, and sometimes they don't, you're not always timely recognized. And I apologize for that. I know we do try to get them out in emails as far as when those anniversaries hit. I know Maureen Day just celebrated her 30-year anniversary yesterday. So congratulations on that. That is quite an achievement. Also wanted to touch base really quick on the survey that came out in the public announcements, and also Shoshana's email. Shoshana did note that we're going to be kind of remaining at status quo, how we're operating right now, at least through Labor Day. One of the things that they're really using to consider and driving those decisions are our responses to those surveys. And if you look at the public announcements, only 12% of the respondents were Region 4 respondents. And although, you know, I appreciate all those that did respond, I don't think 12% is a really good, it does not capture our region and the needs of our region. So there'll be another survey coming out in mid-June, I believe, with some other questions. And I don't believe it to be the last survey. And so as, you know, executive staff tries to figure out where do we move forward, how do we move forward in these sort of uncharted waters. We need to know what all of you are needing and what you're experiencing and how you're feeling. And I think one of the best ways to get that information is through these surveys. I too have talked to my executive management or my RLT, and I'm hoping to do maybe some one-on-one conversations. I intend to do that with my directs, and they'll kind of continue to ask those questions down the food chain. And all it's doing is giving us as leadership some information as we make policy type decisions as we move forward in this pandemic. And at some point, maybe the pandemic is gone or there's a cure. We'd be remiss to think that we haven't changed how we do business, right? There's been some real benefits of working from home. I think there's been some challenges too, and I think acknowledgement of the successes and then maybe, I wouldn't say failures, but those struggles, it's gonna shape how we do business in the future, and we need to have those open conversations. And so all I can say is please, when those surveys come out, do your best to take that 5 or 10 minutes and fill that out. I do know one of the challenges we've had is connecting with people and that face-to-face communication. So I want to turn it over to Juliet to talk about some ideas that the interchange has had to do just that.
Thanks, Heather. So yes, we miss you guys and miss just having coffee talks and occasionally having a little bit of water cooler talk, as they say. So we came up with the interchange group, decided to come up with something, a Region 4 coffee talk. So we're going to do those on Thursdays from 10 to 10:20. Jared is going to send out a link, for a Zoom link, so that you can hop on. Don't be shy when you get on, just hopefully show your face so that we can know who's on there. So we can just have a face-to-face interaction with you guys. And the first one, we're just going to hop on and see what's going on with people, whoever wants to. And then after that, we might try to have some themes. So if you're a parent, bring your kids in the video. If you're a pet parent, bring your pets. Talk about a book that you're reading this summer, something like that. Some themes that we have. I think through the month of June, we're going to try to do those on Thursdays from 10 to 10:20. And then once we get to the end of June, we'll evaluate those, and maybe they're every other week or once a month, and we'll look and see what that looks like. So we hope to see you guys there. Coffee Talk Region 4 Zoom meeting, 10 to 10:20 on Thursdays.
Great. Thanks, Juliet. And yeah, I know Juliet said, try to turn your video on. I am saying I strongly encourage. I can tell you, my job, as you all know, I spend a lot of time in meetings, and now I spend a lot of time on conference calls and Zoom meetings, and nothing, in my opinion, can replace a face-to-face conversation. But the closest thing to it is a video face-to-face. Conference calls, I've tried to hold a couple meetings, and I can tell you it's real challenging for me when I can't read the facial expressions, when I can't see who has a question next. People are talking over people. Maybe there's internet connectivity, and at least when there's internet connectivity, you can tell that someone's face freezes, and you at least know why you might have missed, every couple of words, and you're hearing every third or fifth. So yes, as I joked this morning on RLT, us ladies have a little bit more work to do if we're going to be, front and center on a screen. We don't just get a shower and go, but you know what? Shower and go. I'd rather see your face and your facial expressions than not, and just hear your voice. So please get involved in those coffee breaks. I look forward to them. And also, please send in your questions, comments. Feedback is great. Honestly, without feedback, I can tell you as a leader, I've told my team I'm challenged. It's hard for me to connect with all of you when I don't pick up the phone. I can't call 500 people, but when I'm walking the halls, I can at least touch base with people, and I don't have that opportunity to do that anymore. So I welcome your feedback. I want to hear from you. Let me know how you're doing and join these coffee talks. I think they're going to be a good opportunity for us to touch base. With that, have a great Wednesday. Hope to see you tomorrow for coffee. And if not, we'll catch you next week.